Hello, my dear YouTuber friends, and I do hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video on the Velocity 1 again. As you can see there, firmware update 1.4.0 is out and it's installed on my Velocity 1 flight system. And it brings a couple of changes, which I'll go through with you. As you can see there, preview of them in this video. And apparently this fixes a lot of the bugs and issues that firmware 1.3.3 had. So let's not dilly-dally, let's get into this video. So let's start at where I officially learnt about the latest firmware update. Actually, it was a comment left on one of my YouTube videos, but then I checked the Turtle Beach Discord, and yeah, indeed, it's been released. Latest firmware version 1.4.0. This is James from TBS. If you own the Velocity 1 rudders, I don't, that's up in the air whether I will or not, but if you own them, you must disconnect the rudder pedals from the daisy chain. You can daisy chain it to the Velocity 1 itself, and instead use the original configuration, essentially. Put your throttle quadrant into your Velocity 1 flight yoke and put your USB cable from the Velocity 1 to your Xbox. So read this carefully without the rudder connected. So keep that in mind. What's New introduces Legacy Mode on PC for use with titles like X-Plane and Elite Dangerous. Keep that in mind. It doesn't say, and Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm going to show you what happens if you put it into Legacy Mode in Flight Sim. It's not really made for that, so do keep that in mind. And you can read these yourself, what these do, the different Legacy Modes. So I'm going to put a link down for the Discord, for the Turtle Beach Discord, down below in the description again. This is your first port of call. People like me are just making videos on this. We don't work for Turtle Beach. If you have issues and you can't solve them, and my videos don't solve them, go to the Turtle Beach Discord and go to troubleshooting and ask in there. They're actually very helpful, and you'll probably find it much more helpful to ask in the Turtle Beach Discord rather than on my videos. If my videos haven't helped you, go to the Discord, essentially. Enables connections lines in anticipation of the Velocity 1 rudder pedals. I'll show you something on the unit later. This is quite interesting. Bug fixes including throttle quadrant recognition and stability fixes rather. Any questions or feedback, let us know in troubleshooting. I did leave a comment in troubleshooting. Update 1.4.0 all updated fine. When switching from PC Legacy 102 to PC Legacy 102, all assignments and bindings are reset in Microsoft Flight Sim with no controls bound to the Velocity 1 flight, basically. Velocity Flight 1. Not so much an issue, as I believe these modes are for other games Anyway, not for Microsoft Flight Sim. Video coming soon, which is this video I'm recording. And Mort the second replied there, yep, legacy modes are not needed for Microsoft Flight Sim. And LL Cool, he's one of the admins for Turtle Beach as well. As Mort said, the legacy modes are designed for some games that only reference 32 and 8 axis on a single device. X-Plane 1112 and Elite Dangerous are good examples. So it's good that that's in the legacy mode, but keep in mind it's not designed from Microsoft Flight Sim. Okay, so what you should do, I'm going to link a video in the top right, and it talks you through the process of updating. Go and watch that video if you're having trouble updating, and then come to the Turtle Beach Discord if you're still having trouble updating your Velocity 1 flight to the latest firmware. What I would heavily recommend, get hold of a PC or laptop running Windows 10 or 11 and update your Velocity 1 flight from there. Don't update it, just in my opinion, from your Xbox if you can help it. I've always updated mine from PC or my laptop in this case. Doesn't need to be powerful enough, the PC or laptop, to run Flight Simulator. Just needs to be powerful enough to run a Windows 10 or 11. Install the Turtle Beach Control Center. I'm going to run it anyway. And I'll show you on screen. I updated mine from here. I chose my Velocity 1 flight. Updated it. You can see on screen there. It shows updating on the actual PC itself, and on the Velocity 1 flight it shows that it was downloading data. I didn't touch my PC, I didn't touch my Velocity 1 during this process, and I would heavily recommend that. Don't close Windows and go and do something else. Just leave it updated, leave everything alone. Took between 5 or 10 minutes, but then it was updated. Now let me just grab my camera. Let me just talk you through let me just press record first, that would help. And talk you through one or two of these updates. Now, we're just going to use the down arrow here. Input mode, let's go into that. It's slightly different. Now, even though I've got it connected to my PC, I've chosen Xbox for a reason. It defaults to Xbox when you update. Be aware of that. If you're using your Velocity 1 flight on a PC, or laptop in my case, you need to come down here, highlight PC, press tick, and it will reset and it will be in PC mode. I'm going to keep it in Xbox mode for the moment. PC Legacy 1 and 2. I'm going to show you what happens if you try this in Flight Simulator later. Just come out of that. Another thing that you need to do when you update it, another thing I needed to do is go to Settings, go to Status Panel Mode, and ensure if you want to use SIP functionality, so you know these lights will come on and off in different situations. If you want to use it, make sure this center icon is selected. You can move between them using your up and down arrows. Make sure the center one is selected, like I've got there with the aircraft. If you're in Xbox mode on your Velocity 1, you'll notice another setting here. Oops, come out of settings. So from the top menu, you will notice another setting. And that's accessories. Go into that. And that's for rudders. Now, I don't have my, like I said, I don't own the Turtle Beach rudder pedals. So it doesn't work for me. But if you own them, you can go into there, press your tick, daisy chain it to your Velocity 1 flight, and you should be able to use them. Or it's there for the anticipation for a Sobel to put in the necessary data for the rudders to work on the Xbox as well. So that's fantastic. And I believe those are the only changes. There was one more that I noticed recently, but this might have been there in the last update. That's screen brightness. So if you go there, you can dim the brightness of this screen. Don't remember seeing that, but maybe somebody can confirm whether that was there or not. Okay, so that's that. Let's stop recording there. So what I'll do now, I'll launch into Flight Simulator. And I'll show you what happens if you put your Velocity 1 flight into Legacy mode whilst in Microsoft Flight Sim. Okay, so let's show you what happens if I put the Velocity 1 flight into Legacy mode on the actual unit itself. I've got it set up in PC mode at the moment, so let me just go to Control Options. Familiar suspects on the PC, you've got the yoke separate to the throttle in the setup, so you set up the yoke separately to the throttle. That's correct. Updating it didn't affect any of my bindings at all, by the way, because you're only updating the yoke, not the sim itself, so those are all there. Let's just go back. Let's just go back. And what I'll do, I'll start recording. One thing I do want to mention, if you see any specks of dust or goodness knows what on the unit, I am actually using a cloth to constantly wipe it. The camera picks up those specks of dust quite easily. I've just given it another wipe. But it's more to do with the actual recording. The camera is actually a good camera, so it will pick up every spec. It's not that I'm leaving it dusty. Anyway, I'm going to go to input mode. Click the tick and put it into Legacy 1. And the same thing will happen, so I'll just show you one of them. The unit will reset. It will say keep default in sim itself. I'll keep default. So there you go, let it fully reset. There you go, I can turn the camera off. And we can go to options, go to control options. Now something's changed. Remember, this is on PC. We've only got one box. Click into that. All your bindings will be lost. Remember, Legacy Mode 1 or 2 are not designed for Microsoft Flight Sim. They're designed for X-Plane and Elite Dangerous and maybe other games in the future. Not for Flight Simulator. You want to keep all your controls turned on anyway in Flight Simulator. So just to show you, that's what will happen. All your controls will disappear. You'll have to rebind, but you'll find a lot of the controls may not work in Legacy Mode. Let's go back to the main menu, just for reference, just in case you try this yourself. It does do no harm. Go to input mode, put it back to PC, let it reset. I'm just going to let this come back, let the splash screen, so let it fully reset. There we go. Turn the camera off. And we can go to options, go to control options. You'll find that all your controls will be back again. Your velocity one, every button and every axis will be working. So there you go, chaps. That's what the Legacy Mode does if you try it in Microsoft Flight Sim. Once again, I've got to repeat, it's not designed, the Legacy Mode, for Microsoft Flight Sim, so don't worry too much about them. Okay, let's now go to the part of the video a lot of you may have tuned in for. That's the October Screenshot of the Month winner. Let's go to that now. Okay, so Screenshot of the Month competition winner. Let me just get my microphone better in place. Now, a lot of my regular Discord goers, shall we say, Discorders, probably tuned in for this moment. I know it's been very anticipated and incredibly difficult. Disco Dave started it off strong there. View over the wing, looking towards the cockpit of the aircraft, I believe. Land below, very nice, Disco Dave. One more way, Dave, beautiful one there. And then we come to Pigs Fly, Sunset, New Zealand Beach, look at that. Lovely shadows, lovely effects going on there. I've got to say, Pigs Fly, very, very nice indeed. Disco Dave, another lovely one. I'll come back to that in a moment. And Rosson had a go again. He was our last month's Screenshot of the Month winner. Flying over past the Statue of Liberty. Lovely effects and lighting going on there towards New York. Let's carry on there. Chunzy Steve, bit of a laugh here. Imperial shuttle flying through downtown London past the walkie-talkie building. In effect, this is actually a fantastic screenshot. It's meant to be a bit of a laugh, but it looks absolutely great, Steve, I've got to say. You've got this guy in a biker there, using the force to control the biker. The bike itself, speeder bike. Womble Way Dave, lovely capture of lightning. Got that right this time. Lightning near the aircraft. And Chunzy, this wasn't his screenshot, so we can't put that in. There you go, he came back on there. Trooper is fully in control of his speeder bike. Definitely looks like he's using the force. Or trying to reach for the handles. Marcus, lovely water effects there. Lovely colours, turquoise, bluey colours there of the water. And again, a couple of stunning ones from Marcus. Rosson testing the NVIDIA drivers of a sort of a moonlight in the distance there. Lovely shadowing. And there's one from Rafi as well there. Kind of a red moon effect there. Flying Cat, lovely colours of the balloons. I love those colours of the balloon itself. Very nice screenshots. Well done there. Pigs Fly, fantastic one there. And come and join the Discord. Come and view these for yourself. Come and enter the competition. Anybody's welcome to enter this competition with Microsoft Flight Sim pictures, please. Couple of stunning ones from Marcus. I'll come back to this one later. Lovely one from TPHI there. Stunning. Come back to that later. Another beautiful one there from Wombleway. Another one from Wombleway there. Stunning reflections. Stunning scenery. Nappy 453. Lovely screenshot. Well done for entering there. And Bob had a go too. Dr. Oculari. Flying past the Pearl Harbor, Arizona Memorial. Wonderful scenes, wonderful scenery, and wonderful setting, Bob. Well done. Tango Theo, for reference, I did ask Aces just out of reference, and in the future I may ask others who have not entered to help me judge this, because this is all down to my taste. But for reference, Tango Theo, Aces said this was his favourite screenshot of the month. So there you go, it's a lovely screenshot, in fact. Pigs Fly, Giraffe Pov. So giraffe point of view, well captured. Bit of a laugh, but stunning picture, Pigs Fly. Any of these, I'll come back to this one in a moment from Wombleway there. Any of these could have won. Another stunning one from Disco Dave. And lovely one from Chunzi. I'll come back to that one in a moment. Old Gunner had a go too. Look at these screens. Beautiful settings. Wonderful lighting. Well done there. Look at the lighting on that. Fantastic, Organa. Wonderful pictures. Marcus, Halloween themed. So you've got different pictures, Halloween themed pictures there. Spiders crawling up the tower there. I'm rushing through these, but come into the Discord. You can view these at your own pace and leisure. Pigs Fly, towards the end of the month there. Stunning screenshot. Inside the cockpit, stunning scenery. Well done, Pigs Fly. Absolutely beautiful. Maverick, Martin, you had a go. Lovely picture there of the jet on the runway. Fantastic. Okay, chaps, a lot of these could have taken the prize. In fact, you may have your own favourite. I've got to choose it this month, so I'm going to go with my gut instinct. I've chosen a few. First one from Chunzi there. That was his latest edition or latest entry. Beautiful lighting there going on, Chunzi. The sun peeking through the clouds slightly obscuring the ground ahead. Wonderful lighting going on with the aircraft itself. Beautiful there, Steve. Fantastic. Wombleway, what can we say about this? Look at the colours. Look at that sort of sun obscured by the clouds there. And the hues of red. This is what screenshot. It looks like he's actually invented this. I don't know if you have, Dave. It looks like you've gone to a different program and actually tweaked things. It can look that way, but I think this is actually from Flight Sim itself. And you've captured an immense scene there. The lighting. Oh, any of these. Incredible one from TPHI. I had to zoom in a little bit closer to really get the detail flaring up on the aircraft, the different textures of the water, the lighting of the clouds. Any of these could take it. Marcus had to look at this a few times. Is that the clouds reflected in the water? I think it perhaps is. Some land ahead there. Yep, land there. Different texturings going on with the clouds. Some reflections going on there too. Fantastic screenshot, Marcus. Any of these could have taken it. Disco Dave. This could be a splash screen, couldn't it, for Microsoft Flight Sim advertising the product. For whatever reason, I get the Top Gun theme going through my mind when I watch this. When I look at this, rather. Stunning screenshot, snowy ground. Lovely reflections in the sky, a lovely colouring of the sky. Lovely reflections on the aircraft itself. Picture perfect, Disco Dave. Listen, any of these could win it. Any of these, any of the others could win it. In fact, I've got to go with my gut. There can only be one winner. TPHI, you are the winner of the October screenshot of the month. Like I said, I zoomed in on this, looked at it a few times. You've got the fiery reflections of the sky in the aircraft itself. You have to look at it a few times to see what's going on. The texturing of the water looks photorealistic to me, and it looks, the setting It's just my favourite screenshot. That's why I've gone with it. Let me know your thoughts, chaps. Which one was your favourite? Obviously, a few of you here, any of these could have won, and they were all so close. Let me know your thoughts. Which is your favourite? TPHI. This month, you've got a choice of a £15 voucher that could be typically something like an Amazon voucher. So hit me up on Discord or I'll message you and then you can choose. Or you can do like Rossen did last month. I'll link the video I did of this in the top right. He chose a subject for me to concentrate upon in the video. His comment was highlighted in that video. If you want to do the same as Rossen, you can do that. You could choose a subject you would like to know more about, or a video that I've done you would like me to go more in depth. Let me know and I'll feature your comment in that video, or you can have the £15 voucher. So let me know. Anyway, chaps, keep these coming. November screenshot of the month. It's going to be an extra special one. When I announce it in December, Christmas will be on the way. So I'm going to give an extra special prize. Enter the competition. If you're on Xbox or PC, you can enter it. Put your incredible screenshots of the month in for November. And probably around the 10th of December or so, I'll announce that winner. And like I said, it will be an extra special prize as it will be coming up to Christmas. So enter now. Let me know your thoughts on the video, guys. Let me know your own favourite of the screenshot of the month. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you soon.